What's up, everyone? This is my WWE Money in the Bank review video right now, coming at you. As everybody knows, Money in the Bank was last night. If you didn't see it, there was about only 2 matches that were really good and worth watching. And the tag match, Primetime Players winning the tag team titles, was also great, in my opinion. And Owens and Cena and Rollins and Ambrose was good. Kickoff show, Money in the Bank kickoff show started with, of course, Renee Young was the host of the panel. Corey Graves, Byron Saxton, and Booker T were on the panel. And on the kickoff show, you had the kickoff Money in the Bank kickoff match was R-Truth versus King Barrett. Bad News Barrett, Wade Barrett, whatever you want to call him. R-Truth wins, and King Barrett is not working. WWE does not want to push Barrett. I don't know why. He must have heat with somebody in the company, or somebody in the company, maybe Triple H or Vince. Somebody does not like King Barrett. I don't understand it. I do not understand why you have King Barrett, the King of the Ring 2015 winner, lose to R-Truth. I don't get it, but it happened. So somebody must really hate Wade Barrett backstage, because they are not pushing him at all. So that was a kickoff match. And then you had the beginning of the kickoff. You had them talk about and show a tribute to Dusty Rhodes and show his picture. And then they talked about Dusty Rhodes. And it was emotional. I did not cry. I thought I would, but I did not. I'm sure if I would have ever met Dusty Rhodes, I would have cried. But I did not. If they do a tribute to Dusty tonight on Raw, or the WWE Network show celebrating the Dream, maybe I will cry. I don't know. I mean, it's very sad and tragic that Dusty Rhodes passed. And I was a huge fan of his and his promos, and he was a great in-ring worker, but I just have not cried about his passing yet. So, before the Money in the Bank show started, they had a Dusty Rhodes tribute video with some music behind the tribute video. Showed a lot of clips of him winning his NWA World Championships, a lot of clips of his legendary promos. It was great, it was touching, it was emotional, and it was awesome. And after the tribute video was over on the kickoff show, they had Renee Young talking. They shouldn't have went to Renee Young to speak, but I guess they had to. She had to speak. She had to say something, because Money in the Bank was starting in like 5 or 10 minutes. So Renee Young was talking about Money in the Bank, and she was crying really hard, and I don't blame her. She worked with Dusty Rhodes in NXT. She was around Dusty Rhodes probably for 2 or 3 years. However long she's been in the WWE, 2 or 3 years. Maybe going on 4 years that Renee Young has been in the WWE. Anyways, she worked close with Dusty, so she was crying really hard, and I felt really, really sad for Renee Young. That sucks. I'm sure Renee knew Dusty well, and he liked Renee Young, thought she was a great talent, worked with her, helped her out, talked to her, all that stuff. So that was very sad hearing Renee Young cry like that on Money in the Bank kickoff. And earlier, Corey Graves talked about Dusty Rhodes. He started breaking up. You could hear it in his voice. He almost started crying. Byron Saxton talked about Dusty. He did not get emotional, but I'm sure he's really sad by Dusty's passing. And Booker T. Booker T worked in WCW for a long time. At least 7 or 8 years. Booker T was in WCW. And Dusty Rhodes was there the whole time. So I'm sure Booker considered Dusty Rhodes a great friend. Now I'm going to talk about the Money in the Bank pay-per-view event. First match was the Money in the Bank ladder match. Winner got the briefcase, and they can cash it in anytime on any show they want for the next year. I guess they can cash it in for the next year. So you had some crazy spots. I thought the match was kind of boring, but you had some okay spots. You had Roman powerbomb Kofi on a ladder. That looked brutal and like it really hurt like hell. And then you powerbomb Neville on top of Kofi on the ladder. That looked like it did not feel good for both guys. And then Roman, I really expected Roman Reigns to win the Money in the Bank briefcase and win this match, but he did not. They went the other direction. They went with Sheamus. For some reason, WWE has decided to go with Sheamus. They went with Sheamus for some reason. I don't know why. I really dislike Sheamus. He's super boring. I hate how he looks. And he's just super boring. And I am never, ever have been a Sheamus fan. And I'm not gonna start being a Sheamus fan now that he's Money in the Bank. I hate it that he won Money in the Bank, but he won it. So let's move on. I don't think anybody cares that Sheamus won it instead of hardcore Sheamus fans. So Roman Reigns gets screwed by Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt comes out, lights go out, he comes out, pushes Roman off the ladder, screws him. So Bray Wyatt and Roman are going to start a feud. Next pay-per-view Battleground, they already have a one-on-one match announced. And instead of Sheamus, they should have went with someone else. Someone like Neville, young guy that needs it, that would definitely help from winning Money in the Bank way more than Sheamus. Sheamus is established. He's an established star already. I thought Neville could have won it and should have won it, but he didn't. So I knew Neville was a long shot to win Money in the Bank. So I was okay with them letting Roman Reigns win it, but they did not go with Roman Reigns. Sheamus wins. I don't give a damn. On to the next match, Divas Championship. Nikki Bella defending against Paige. And this was a very good Divas Championship match. Had a lot of good wrestling in it. Everybody bashes Nikki Bella, and, well, they have a right to. They can bash whoever they want. I don't care who they bash. They can dislike whoever they want. Anyways, Nikki Bella was not that bad in the match. She put on a good match with Paige. They had a good match. The entrances probably lasted over 2 minutes. And the match was, I think, 12 or 14 minutes. So it went pretty long to have a 12, 14 minutes Divas match on a pay-per-view. That never happened. So that was good to see. I enjoyed the Divas title match. I did not enjoy the finish at all. I hated the finish. And I guess, Nikki wasn't that hated going into the match. And I don't think Paige is ever hated. If someone hates Paige and dislikes Paige, I think they're fucking insane. because there's no reason to dislike Paige. But anyways, Nikki wasn't that hated to kick off the match. When the match ended and Nikki gave Paige that forearm, looked like a ball hammer type move, gave that forearm to Paige after what Brie did, pulling the stuffing out of her bra. After what Brie did, Paige comes back in the ring. Nikki comes back in the ring after Brie distracts Paige. After Paige beat Brie and the bell rang. The bell rang. The match was never restarted, folks. So Paige should have kept the Divas Championship. She beat Brie, so the refs should have just gave her the title and awarded Paige the Divas Championship, but they did not. And the dumb ref restarts the match. He shouldn't have restarted the match and lets Nikki come back in, hit that forearm, hit the rack attack. 1, 2, 3. Nikki Bella retains the Divas Championship again. So Brie does a twin magic crap again. And but Brie got pinned. Bell rang. When the match restarted, the ref didn't even ring the bell again. I didn't hear the bell ring. So Paige got screwed again because of twin magic and that crap. And Paige, even though Paige beat Brie and ended twin magic, basically Paige got screwed and still is not the Divas Champion today on Monday. So Nikki Bella retains, and that's a sealed deal now that Nikki for sure is going to defeat AJ Lee's record of being the longest reigning Divas Champion in WWE history. Nikki Bella is going to break AJ's record, guaranteed. Like it or not, she's going to do it. On to the next match. Ryback defends the Intercontinental Championship against the Big Show. I could care less about this match. I left, went to feed myself some more, and I went to go get myself leftover Subway sandwich that I had. So I went to eat my Subway sandwich during Ryback versus Big Show. I didn't give a damn about it at all. Miz was out there doing commentary. Thank God Miz was out there because he got to entertain us a little bit during the boring ass IC title match. I didn't see a lot of it. I didn't care to watch a lot of it. As I said, I went to get my leftover Subway sandwich and a drink. And I came back and it was over. Ryback retained. Let's move on. I don't care. Up next was, I think it was after Ryback versus Big Show. I'm not sure. But I'm going to talk about it next. Cena versus Owens, the rematch. Match number 2. As everybody knows that watches WWE, at the last big show, Elimination Chamber on the network, Kevin Owens and Cena had a great match, and Kevin Owens pinned John Cena clean and won. So this was the rematch at Elimination Chamber, Cena versus Owens 2. And Cena wins, everybody. And it was a good match. It was a very good match. You had a lot of kickouts from both guys. A lot of near falls from both guys. A lot of high impact, crazy moves were hit on both guys. You had Kevin Owens go off the second rope with a cradle suplex or whatever you want to call it. He had Cena cradle suplex or perfect plex off the second rope. That was an awesome move hit by Kevin Owens. And then you had Cena, I don't know what to call it. Cena had his legs and back of Kevin Owens' arms and basically flipped Kevin Owens backwards into a sit-out powerbomb, pinfall. Owens then kicks out. And you had AA's hit on Kevin Owens and he kicked out. You had a pop-up powerbomb hit on Cena. Cena kicked out. You had Owens on the second rope and he springboarded, jumped off the second rope backwards. He landed backwards on his feet on the top rope, did a backflip, missed. That was an awesome spot. I don't even think I could do that. You jump off the second rope, turn your whole body backwards, land on the top, and do a moonsault. I don't think I could do that. Kevin Owens is a great big man. He's athletic as hell. Can do just about anything in there for being a big man. And he's not the size of a Vader or Yokozuna, but he's a big man still. So, Cena wins, not a shocker there. You can't, WWE could not have Super Cena lose twice on a pay-per-view. It makes sense to have Cena win because Owens has one victory, Cena has one victory. There's going to be a third match. I'm sure it's going to be at Battleground, the next big show in July in 5 weeks. So, Cena versus Owens 3 will happen. They both each have a victory, and I expect it to happen at Battleground. And who will win at Battleground, I don't know. I hope they put the U.S. title on the line, and I hope the U.S. title is up for grabs at Battleground. Because I damn sure don't want to see Kevin Owens put the NXT Championship on the line against John Cena, because he'd probably lose it. But U.S. title on the line for Cena Owens 3 would be good and something different in their matches. So they will have a rematch. Everybody knows it. But I wasn't shocked at all or angry that Cena won at Money in the Bank. I expected it to happen already. After Cena Owens, I believe, was the Tag Team Championship match. Primetime Players challenging the New Day, the WWE Tag Team Champions. The New Day was Xavier Woods and Big E were defending for the New Day because Kofi was in the Money in the Bank match earlier on the show. So you had the New Day cut a promo after they came out. RIP Columbus, Ohio. That was great. New Day is great on the mics. They can really talk and they can cut a heel promo very well. Up next, you had Primetime Players come out, get a good pop. And it was a good tag match, I thought. Very good tag match. It was pretty short. I think it was under 10 minutes, but doesn't really matter. Primetime Players win the WWE Tag Team Championships. Finally, the Primetime Players become the tag champs. It's about damn time. The Primetime Players should have won the tag titles 2 years ago when they were together. They just got back together, I believe, this year. So very, very happy and very good to see the Primetime Players become the tag champs. I think it's awesome that the Primetime Players won the tag titles finally. They're the tag champs. About damn time. Primetime Players get some tag team gold around their waist. As for the New Day losing, I may have been too soon for them to lose the tag titles. They could have waited till the next pay-per-view Battleground to have them lose, or SummerSlam to have them lose the tag titles. But they did not. They lost them. So New Day's run is over. But I expect, for sure, I do expect the New Day to get the tag titles back. Could be tonight on Raw. In a rematch, they could win them back by cheating. I could see that happening. Also, if they don't win them back on Raw tonight, I could see the New Day definitely winning them back at Battleground or SummerSlam. Or maybe they won't. If they do not keep and continue to push the New Day, I think that's a big mistake. Because they're getting over. They are really over. The fans love to do their chants. New Day sucks. New Day sucks. New Day sucks. Fans love that. Crowds into the New Day. Heels or not, they're still into them. So I think they should get another tag title run in the future, or later this summer, or later this year. Bottom line, I'm really happy. The primetime players, Titus O'Neil and Darren Young, are the new tag team champions. The only titles that changed hands at Money in the Bank. New tag champs. Great for the primetime players. Up next was the WWE World Heavyweight Championship Money in the Bank ladder match. It was the main event. Seth Rollins was defending his championship. Before the match, you had Triple H come up to him, basically cut a promo and yell at him and say, you can do this, and I guess to motivate him, say, you can do this, you're the man, go out, show them what you can do, and basically win and beat Dean Ambrose. So Rollins comes out, Ambrose comes out, the ladder match is on. And it was a very, very good match between Ambrose and Rollins. They always have good matches. But this was a ladder match. It was really good. I enjoyed it a lot. I thought it was a good ladder match. You had a lot of crazy bumps and spots in it. You had Rollins get backdropped over the top, fall on the ladder. Then you had Rollins do a running power bomb. Running sit-out power bomb on Ambrose, on top of chairs, on top of a ladder. That was brutal. Looked brutal. Looked like it hurt like hell. And Ambrose, towards the end of the match, Ambrose looked dead, like he was exhausted. I'm sure he was exhausted. And Ambrose looked pretty damn tired also. Both of them brought it 100%. They gave it everything they had inside and out. They battled in the crowd. Rollins knocked out Ambrose in the crowd, and he ran back to the ring, tried to climb up the ladder, get the belt, but Ambrose showed up. He kept showing up, kept climbing on the ladder, stopping Rollins. That was cool to see. Like, Ambrose would not quit and would not give up the finish. You had both guys. Basically, both guys had their hands and arms on the belt. They both fall down. They do a spot where they both fall off the ladder. They both fell down at the same time. Both were holding the championship going down to the mat. When they hit the mat, Ambrose let go and lost the championship. Rollins was still holding it. He grabbed it. Basically, he was holding it, clinching to it. So the referee saw the referee saw that Rollins had the title with him, got the possession of the championship. So Seth Rollins retains the WWE Championship, the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Seth Rollins retains. He's still your WWE World Heavyweight Champion, like it or not, and I like it. I predicted before the show, I predicted Rollins would retain and leave Money in the Bank with the title. And then you have Stephanie. I think Stephanie came out with Triple H. The Authority came out on the stage. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe JoJo. I know JoJo came out to interview Rollins. That was odd, I thought, to interview someone right before pay-per-view ends. But they did it. Triple H was out there. I think, I can't remember right now, but anyways, JoJo interviewed Seth Rollins after he won his Money in the Bank, not Money in the Bank, after he won a WWE World Heavyweight Championship ladder match. JoJo interviews Rollins, and he basically is yelling and screaming, I am the greatest champion of all time. I'm the best of all time. Right when he was saying that, I thought it would have been a perfect opportunity to have Paul Heyman walk out. confront Rollins face to face with the microphone and say, Brock Lesnar is coming back and he's coming for your ass and for the title. That would have been great, but it did not happen. Heyman did not come out. I thought he should have, but he did not. There was only like 2 or 3 minutes left to the pay-per-view ending anyways. So Heyman didn't come out. Maybe they didn't have him come out because time was running really late and they had to end the pay-per-view within 1 or 2 minutes. I don't know. But Heyman didn't come out, and I thought if Heyman did not come out, that Paul Heyman would have came out with Brock Lesnar to return. That he would have came out on the stage, just walked out, went face to face. He didn't have to beat up Rollins. Just go face to face with him, get up in his face, and say something like, I'm coming for your championship, so get ready. Just say something like that. And then they could have ended the pay-per-view, but that did not happen. And as I said, there were 3 matches that were worth watching Money in the Bank for. Primetime Players winning the tag titles was great. Wasn't the best tag match, but I enjoyed it because the Primetime Players finally won the tag team titles, ladies and gentlemen. Also, I enjoyed Ambrose versus Rollins ladder match. I thought it was great, and it was really entertaining. It was the best match those 2 guys have had. It was way better than their Hell in a Cell match, I thought. And then you had the rematch, Cena versus Owens, the rematch. It was very good. Crowd was really into it. It was the match of the night for sure. Cena and Owens brought it. They brought their A game and they brought it, and they had a very good match. Cena and Owens work very well together. They bring out the best in each other. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed my Money in the Bank review. Hope you watched it. And if you didn't watch it, fine. If you did, thank you for watching my Money in the Bank review video. I will do Battleground predictions a week before Battleground is gonna start, or like 5 days before Battleground. I will do my Battleground predictions video. Anyways, thanks for watching. Follow me on Twitter at TNA WWE Guy. I will be there tonight tweeting during the entire Raw and the Raw pre-show. So check out my tweets on Twitter at TNA WWE Guy tonight. Bye for now, everybody. Have a good Monday.